In Afghanistan, we was always looking for this guy named Al-Qaeda. Well, we never did find Al, but I did find a fellow called Osama bin Laden. A few years later, I got so good at pickleball that the government sent me to a tournament in Wuhan, China. One night, a bat flew into my room, and 3 days later, I started coughing worse than I'd ever coughed in my entire life. Later that year, back in the States, I was walking around, and there was some folks protesting on account of a man who got killed by the police. Well, it was getting late, so I decided to yell for a cab. I didn't know it was illegal to call for a taxi. Lucky for me, a few months later, I became a multi-millionaire. Turns out Lieutenant Dan had invested our money in some sort of clock company. And a few months after that, Lieutenant Dan invited me on a trip to Washington, D.C. I'd always wanted to visit the Capitol, so on January 6, 2021, we went. 4 seasons total landscaping, this is Forrest Gump. Room for a press conference. Well, sure, we've got plenty of room. Okay, see you soon, Mr. Giuliani. After landscaping, I got a job working security for fancy parties in Los Angeles. I sure do love working for the Academy. I get to meet so many celebrities. I even met Will and Jada Smith. Jada's hair reminded me of my friend Bubba when we were serving in Afghanistan. Well, good luck with your speech, Mr. Rock. A year later, I got a job working for some sort of underwater boat company. But one time, that underwater boat never came back, and, well, I didn't work there too much longer after that. Lucky for me though, a few months later, I got a job working for Alaska Airlines. In college, I played football for Auburn University.
45, 50, 45. Oh my God! Auburn's gonna win the football game! He ran the missed field goal back!
I got so famous after that, they invited me on a talk show along with my favorite country singer. She was going through a breakup, so I told her, Mama always said, sometimes a man will call you up just to break you like a promise. She said she liked the sound of that, and, well, we became pretty good friends. Years later, I was talking to my country singing friend, only she wasn't a country singer no more. Turns out her record company had stolen all of her songs. So I said, well, Mama always said, haters gonna hate. You just gotta shake it off. And she decided to re-record all of her music. She even gave me some of the royalties. So I took that money and bought myself a football team. Of course, I had to invite my good friend and introduce her to all the players. Taylor, I'd like you to meet Travis Kelce.